So my husband Billy and I live in a studio-style garage apartment.
And just for the record, I'm the brother.
Not my husband. So our space is about 700 square feet, which is pretty cozy, but it's still spacious and opened enough that it gives us plenty of room.
One feature that I really like about the apartment is that it has these exposed natural wood beams that run the length of the ceiling.
The beams are really great because it makes it feel kind of like a little bungalow, which is really something that I love, and it's more of the vibe that I want to incorporate throughout the entire space. Right when we first moved in, we did paint the entire room white, which helped to freshen it up quite a bit. But since then, we haven't done any other great improvements to the space, and it's been about 3 years now. So since we're expecting our first baby now in about 2.5 months, we figured there's no better time to kind of tackle some of those projects that we've been putting on our list. So we really just want to make the space more clean and functional, fit our style a little bit better, and just get everything baby ready.
So the first area we're working on is the kitchen. Currently it has a dark hardwood floor and these honey-colored oak cabinets.
It also has these tile countertops, which are really just kind of gross and a pain in the butt to clean. So those are the first thing that I want to rip out of there.
So the plan is to remove the countertops, paint the cabinets, refinish the floor, and then have a new countertop and a new cooktop installed.
So we started out by painting the grooves in the hardwood floor a light brown color. We did this because we wanted a softer look, and leaving these lines as they were would have made them stand out too much once the floor was lighter, and I wanted them really just to blend in. Once the grooves were painted, we sanded the floors down to its natural color and then sealed it with a poly sealer.
We then moved on to the cabinet boxes and countertop. We stripped the old countertop off, got rid of the old cooktop, and began prepping everything for paint. So out of all the things we did in the kitchen, I think that painting probably took the most amount of time.
I think we expected that to be the quickest thing, but it was actually the preparation, getting the room ready for paint, that took the longest time. The actual painting process, though, I think went really quick.
We did use an airless sprayer, so we had to put paper down and put tarps up so paint wouldn't go everywhere.
The sprayer was awesome though, because it gives you that really nice, smooth, professional finish that you just don't get when you paint with a brush or a roller. So we loved that about it. As far as the paint colors that we chose, the white was just what I've painted the rest of my room with. We just did it in a different sheen for the upper cabinets. And then the lower cabinets, I just wanted a statement color, so we chose a really soft, pale green that just adds a nice pop to the space. Once we had the cabinets painted, we had a new countertop installed. After that, it was just a matter of putting everything back together and switching out the old cabinet hardware for new satin finished hinges. We also updated the light switches, outlets, and cover plates to help finish the look. Next, we moved on to the opposite side of the room.
We had an idea to incorporate a booth-style seating area into the kitchen where there's this perfect little nook between these two windows. We also thought it would be a good way to incorporate some more storage into the kitchen too.
So the dining nook was kind of a last minute add-on. It's not something that we were planning on doing initially, but I love it because before we just had a high top dining table that only sat 2 people, and we never used it. It was just a place that collected a bunch of stuff. But now having the banquette seating with the table and the chairs on the other side, it just creates a more traditional table space that we can eat meals at and fit more people around. So I think it's really a great improvement of the space and something we'll get a lot of use out of now.
The finishing piece to the kitchen was definitely the table. We couldn't find one locally that worked well as far as dimensions, so we ended up just building one. We found one online that we liked and kind of just adjusted the design to work for us. So 2 final things we did in the kitchen were build in some more storage. So next to the pantry, we did a pull-out trash enclosure, and then On the other wall, we did kind of a longer bar section that houses the microwave and serves as more storage.
Those turned out really great, and we did a butcher block style countertop on both of those, and I whitewashed them, and it ended up having like this pink undertone to it, which I really like, and it just adds like a little touch of color to the space. One other cool thing we did was turn our kitchen door into a Dutch door. So now we can just have the top hatch open while leaving the bottom door closed. Overall, this kitchen project turned out better than we thought it would. It's a small space, but I think by incorporating more storage and improving the functionality and just updating the design as a whole really makes a world of difference.
This was a great learning experience for us and really just made our desire to do more home renovation projects grow. Stay tuned for part 2 of Cali's apartment reno, where we'll be working on the rest of her studio space. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.